Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast.
From the Sugar Shack Studios in Houston, Texas, USA, it is the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, our In Wheel Time favorite fan, George Skelton, takes us on a trip to the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky, live and in living color. We'll get the visitor's point of view.
He told us he's our favorite fan because he told us he's our favorite fan.
I know.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
You don't believe it? Just ask.
Yes, that's right.
Jeff has the cruise-in calendar and event calendars, and we'll have the stories making automotive news headlines this week in this segment. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us for our Saturday get-together, if you want to call it that.
Labor Day weekend.
It is.
Any plans for anybody?
No.
Okay.
Couch. I'm going to marry the couch today.
Ooh. Mm-hmm. Right.
George is married. He's married to us on Saturday mornings. And now, ladies and gentlemen, my friend from grade school, middle school, and high school, here he is in living color, George Skelton.
He's married to a woman that needs support. You know, she needs sympathy.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say mental support for marrying George. But we love you, George. You know that.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. So George's history is such that he had, is it your aunt? Your aunt.
This is my cousin.
Your cousin.
Betty.
Cousin Betty Skelton, famous Corvette owner, aviator, all of the things that she did back in the day. And George's dad ran Metropolitan Theater.
Cool.
Downtown. And George spent many weekend down there selling popcorn and showing people to their seat and kicking those people out that were necking up in the balcony.
And rubbing elbows with stars.
Yeah. Which he still does.
Occasionally, but Don, I got to tell you, Ray, I am in your element.
Yes, I'll bet you are.
He's not wearing pants.
And right behind me is your next car.
Is my next one? And which one is that?
That is the brand new E-Ray.
Oh, that's it. Oh, cool.
And it's only $115,000.
$115,000.
That's the base price.
Yeah. Chump change.
And after listening to your earlier guest, that means that probably your entire Social Security check, you could buy that.
Yeah, no. It won't even come close to that. But it doesn't look much different than the other C8s that are out there.
Well, my wife fell in love with it. The color, everything about it, the braking, charging, all the stuff that it does. And so I'm afraid she's going to say she wants one.
Did you get a chance to drive it?
Oh, no, they didn't have any of them to drive. Now, she drove a simulator while she was there, and that was an interesting experience.
No doubt. Did you just stand back and smile?
Oh, my gosh. But this weekend was the 30th anniversary caravan, and, Don, you've got to come to one of these.
You know, it's funny you should say that because Leslie said, this is the weekend of the caravan. How come you're not on the caravan? I said, I don't know. I don't know why.
Because some of them left on Tuesday.
Well, that's part of the reason.
Yeah,
but,
your schedule.
Yeah. But, there wasn't an official caravan from Houston. I think the official Texas caravan left Dallas. But there was a group that left Houston, met up with Corvette clubs and other Corvette people in the Dallas area, and then went on to Bowling Green in a great big caravan up there. And, one of these days I'm going to do that before I die, I hope.
You better hurry because I stayed at the hotel with the Carolina and Virginia Corvette Club. And all they could tell me about was coming in the caravan with a police escort at 80 miles an hour.
80?
At 80.
Nice.
It was unbelievable. And the stories talking to these folks at breakfast every day, I'd meet somebody new, and oh my gosh.
The stories.
You're in heaven. And they still said that if In Wheel Time wants to come do a broadcast up there, they will let you park your Corvette right in the front of the museum.
There you go, Mars. You hear
but
this?
Where are we going to park the in-wheel time Dodge Ram truck?
By the dumpster.
Well, we're going to change out the emblems on it.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
We could do that.
Now, Don, imagine this. Now, there were 8,000 Corvettes that came to this caravan in Bowling Green this weekend.
Well, I can imagine it. I will tell you that I, as you know, have been on the hot rod tour of Texas for the past 3 years. And the 250 cars that are on that, you really don't, you think, oh, it's only 250 cars. Okay, well, string the 250 cars bumper to bumper. And it's several miles worth if you put any kind of distance at all between the cars as you're traveling at 80 miles an hour.
I sent you a couple of pictures of the hotel. Solid Corvettes at the hotel.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
I rented a Cadillac for Jeff.
Thank you.
It's a rental car. And it was so out of place with those Corvettes.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, now my question to you is, has the wife said, "Oh, honey, let's get one just to say that we've got one in the stable out there"?
Immediately, she was impressed with the 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, but she wouldn't be too impressed trying to get in or out of the Corvette,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
She got into it fine. She sat in one they had on the floor. And I got to tell you, if you've never been to that museum, it's a joy to walk around that thing and see the concept cars they have in there, to see the clay model Corvettes that they use in the airflow testing.
Yeah.
The wrecked ones from the sinkhole, the ones they've restored, and every model of Corvette is represented. There's about 50 or 60 of them just in the museum. And it's and they explain things to. I learned so much about Corvette. I had no idea, but you would be in heaven.
No doubt. Did they still have the opening in the floor that you could look down and see where the sinkhole was?
Yes, they do, and they have it marked in there where the hole was.
Right.
And they caution you standing on it while you're looking at these vets. And by the way, they didn't have the E-Ray sitting by that hole.
So the hole is actually still there? I thought they covered it up.
Well, they did cover it.
They did.
Yeah.
They put a pipe all the way down to the bottom of the hole where you could see how far down it was.
Oh, okay.
And they still go down there to make sure it's not going to cave in again.
Yeah, I saw the video of, it was a time-lapse video of them after it had caved in, and it shows them plucking out the Corvettes that they plucked out of the hole, and then filling the hole. It was a construction project like you've never seen, because it was still indoors. They didn't tear the building down to fill the hole. And if you get a chance, go on YouTube and take a look at that.
I have to do that.
Well, here's the most interesting fact I learned about the museum. They make most of their money from raffling off brand new Corvettes. They have two types of raffles. They have an unlimited raffle and a limited raffle. The limited raffle is $750, but limited to 300 people. That's better odds than Vegas.
Yeah.
The unlimited raffle can be 3,000 or 4,000 people for $20. And you still got time to do that today if you want to win one of the base model Corvettes that they've got. They're actually giving away today.
Well, let me ask you this, George. Can I borrow $700?
Absolutely.
So
I'll use
places
Don's
you got to put 50
MasterCard.
Yeah.
now, are you guys still up there, or did you come back?
No, we got back late last night.
Well, how far a trip is it from Temple up there?
Oh my gosh, I flew, so it wasn't bad
He
at
flew.
all.
He had a Cadillac.
it wasn't
He had a
bad.
Cadillac.
It was like 3 hours.
Yeah.
It was. We had planned. Twyla's sister is up there and not doing too well, and we went up to visit her. So I was able to go to the museum, and she went with me. But so we had a dual purpose in going.
Sure.
Do you have to drive to Dallas to catch a plane?
Yep.
Yeah. How
About
far?
2 hours.
2 hours?
That's not bad.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's not bad at all.
But guys, I got to tell you, the motorsport enthusiasts that are up there, I mean, they should all be watching your show because I'm telling you, it's just fascinating some of the things you see. Not only you see the most beautiful Corvettes in the world, but I saw some of the ugliest Corvettes I've ever seen that were barn finds, and they have a whole section on barn finds. And I mean, you can go in there if you need a chassis for your vet, Don. You can get it there. It's not only a swap meet; it's crazy.
So this is outside the museum.
They have all the cars over at the racetrack, and to park your car at the museum on the caravan, it costs $700 for a parking space.
Oh, hell no. Listen, I complain about $20 parking at the Astrodome, so I ain't gonna do no $700.
He makes us pay for
Don,
parking out here.
If you put your Corvette up next to one of these others that are out there, you'd have 10,000 pictures of it. Well, it's amazing. So the two of the cars came from New Zealand and Australia. They actually shipped them over to California, and they drove from California to the museum for the event.
This is not the 50th anniversary of the caravan. I think that's coming up in a couple of years, isn't it?
It's the 30th.
Yeah, this
the
is
30th.
50th. Museum's 50.
Okay, the museum's 50. The caravan's 30. So I guess next year I'll have to make plans.
5 years. They do the caravan every 5.
Oh, every 5 years.
So we got 5 years to get our a sponsor to get us up.
Save $700 for parking.
Do that, Mars. I'm depending on you. Guess what? I'll be dead when that comes through.
Yeah, we ain't got time for that.
Let's do a remote from the hole, down in the hole. Ooh. We'll do a remote down there.
We had the echo.
They told me they'd put you right out front, or they'd let you be in there where the people pick up their Corvettes.
That would be fun.
That is so much fun to watch people pick up these Corvettes.
Well, maybe that's what I'll do. I'll sell the black one when I get there, and then I can pick up a brand new one that I've ordered from the factory right there.
There is a Corvette guy who's located right north of the museum that would be more than happy to help you.
I'm sure, and I know that you know him because you know everybody, George.
Oh gosh, I tell you though, it was absolutely fun. So if you're ever up in that way, even if you're not a Corvette fan, just going through the museum and seeing the history of a Corvette. For example, right-hand drive Corvettes. You ever seen one?
I never have.
Yeah, I saw 3 of them.
New ones.
Brand new.
Yeah, I knew that they were making
them to Europe.
Yeah, I knew that they were making them, but back in the day, they didn't make right-hand drive Corvettes.
The only one I ever saw was Corvette Summer.
Your favorite one, Don, would be the rear-engine Corvette.
Well, that rear-engine Corvette has been around for millennia, and there was hope when they came out with that thing. I guess it was back in the 70s. And there was hope then that they would have at least, if not a rear engine, a mid-engine Corvette. And they've been talking about this mid-engine Corvette for decades and decades. And finally, with the C8 Corvette, they did the right thing. They couldn't go any further with what they had done with the front-engine Corvette. I mean, the balance was almost 50-50. You can't get any better than that, and that's what you want in a sports car. And I will tell you that they worked really hard and diligently to get the new Corvette perfectly balanced, and boy, it is a beauty. I got a chance to ride in one. My buddy Craig bought one for his wife, and it's magnificent. If I could afford one, I'd love to buy it.
We saw the Corvette with 1,036 horsepower.
Oh, yeah, the new ZL1.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
And it was based on the Sideswipe model that came out in 2009. They never built it, but they used a lot of the stuff out of it. And that car is sitting in the museum. And you see these concept cars, and then you see what they evolved into, and they show you. You're just kind of going, wow, these ideas have been around a while.
Yeah, they definitely have.
So when you had the Corvair, and you were forward thinking an engine in the back for a Corvette.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason that the Corvair came about is to compete against the Volkswagen Beetle and price, affordability, handling, and all that. Well, you know how the handling went.
Oh, yeah.
George Nader got a hold of that. Ralph Nader got a hold of that, and that was the end of that. But at any rate, well, George, it's great to talk to you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Great to talk to you guys. Always great to listen to you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, George.
We appreciate it. And next time you're in Houston, Texas, which will probably be never, be sure and come and join us in the studio.
He can drive down in that new Corvette.
E-Ray.
Yeah, come down in the new Corvette. You're going to get Twilight.
Yeah, that's it.
Got it.
If your wife will let you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Thank you, George. Take care of
Thank you,
yourself.
sir.
God bless.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. Grab a podcast anytime from your favorite podcast provider. We also video stream our live 2-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipe means when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the first Lupe Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here is the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupe Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupe Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupe Tortilla Katie's another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupe's. It's located on 99 the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupe Tortilla in College Station. Located just around the corner from Kyle Field, it's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Going to Louisiana? The Lupe Tortilla in Beaumont is on I-10, so you can't miss it. The original group of Lupe Tortilla restaurants has the best Tex-Mex anywhere, and you're invited anytime. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for the real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get that thing protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need or can't afford. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today, and online at gcautoshield.com.
Hey, thanks for joining us today here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Time now for the cruise-in and events calendars.
Right. Well, we got the usual suspects going on for the...
Now, tomorrow is Chrome and Coffee.
I was just about to say that.
But I don't know what the forecast is going to be.
Okay.
And my plan is I'm going to get up in the morning and I'm going to wash the car. If it's not raining, and if the forecast is such that it looks like I can beat it back home before the rain starts, then I'll go over there. It's the Avalon Downer and the Fountains.
Yep, I was going to mention that.
Off of 59 and 90.
Now, the ones I'm talking about are going to be for next weekend because we've already announced the ones for this weekend. You got a lot of Labor Day stuff, a lot of things going on both Sunday and Monday. But next week, you got Octane and Espresso, September 8th. It's sponsored by the Speed Advocates.
Where's that?
Black Rifle Coffee Company in Copperfield, 7086 Highway 6 North. It's a family-friendly event. Be mindful and respectful of the property around you.
It's
no
Saturday?
burnouts. Next 8th, the 8th is Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
Then you've got Rudy's Country Store Barbecue and Tomball coming up. It's 2nd and 4th Thursday. It's coming up in the middle of the week.
That's too hard to remember.
Well, it's there. When you go out there, you'll enjoy it. It's in Tomball. And remember to be respectful to the properties around you. And I say that because there's always the caveat that people are being knuckleheads out there and things. Then we've got, of course, coming up, Woody's. I almost said Rudy's. Woody's 6th annual waterfront rod and custom show. No cars above the year 2004. And for those that want to know when it is September 28th, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m.
Should I bring the Corvette?
It's up to you.
You know,
Why do you have to think about it, Mars? You're supposed to say absolutely.
Well, no,
you should
I'm
bring the
thinking,
Corvette.
I'm just trying to figure out why you never have.
Because it wasn't in
Didn't you bring it one time with Leslie?
No. I drove it there,
Yeah.
but I didn't show it there.
Oh. Well, do it.
Because
really?
now it's 2004.
Yeah, 2004.
I think
That's true.
I think before it was, I wasn't included.
Right, that's true. That's
Anyways.
true. This is the first year he's done that.
Top Water Grill, 815 Avenue Zero in San Leon. Leon.
Avenue Zero?
Avenue
You mean
Zero.
Avenue O?
Avenue Zero. It's O.
my God.
77539er. Just go out there. We'll be there. It's really cool. First 50 people get T-shirts and all that stuff. Don't bring your own alcohol. They do have a bar. They've got some really good drink
Bloody
concoctions.
Marys.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely.
Have you warned him?
Have you warned
now I
who?
was going to wait and see what Woody does. After last year, he may not. Last year he said, give them what they want. He may not do that this year.
No, he's already said it. In my mind, he's already said it.
All right, we're going with that.
All right.
And, we got some stuff for the racing racing segment coming up, too.
Okay, because Cruise Internet Events is one.
Yeah.
All right.
Gotcha.
Here's a story out of the automotive news world from automotivenews.com. Ford Motor Company told employees it would modify its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, ending participation in a notable ranking by an LGBTQ advocacy group, joining a series of companies, including Lowe's and Harley-Davidson, in curtailing some of the programs. Quote, "We are mindful that our employees and customers hold a wide range of beliefs," Ford Chief Executive Jim Farley wrote in an internal email, which was shared with Bloomberg by anti-DEI activist Robbie Starbuck and confirmed as authentic by the company. Ford said it will no longer engage with the human rights campaigns. What?
I was going to have you turn him off.
Oh. I think he's just going to open the door. I think the dog wants back in, doesn't
No,
she?
she's
Dog's
right
inside.
there.
Oh. Is it raining or something, Mars?
No, I don't know what that was.
Okay. Maybe it was a squirrel on the roof.
Could be. Squirrel?
So I'm going to start this paragraph again,
Sure.
Please do.
barring any further interruptions. Ford said it will no longer engage with the Human Rights Campaign's Corporate Equality Index and various places to work lists, and that it refocused employees' resource groups and opened them to all its workers. Carmaker also said it would shift some of its corporate sponsorships and comment less on polarizing issues. Tractor Supply Company, Deere and Company, and Harley-Davidson each said they'd revised their DEI initiatives after Starbucks started a stream of posts on social media platform X, attacking what he describes as woke policies out of step with their customers. Ford's Farley is on Harley's board, and John May, the CEO of Deere, is a director for Ford. Starbucks took credit for changes at Lowe's, saying on X, the company announced changes to its DEI policy after Starbucks contacted the home improvement retailer last week. Jack Daniel's whiskey maker, Brown-Forman Company, also told its staff last week it was ending DEI programs. Starbucks said he was investigating Ford's policies before the announcement. Ford declined to comment beyond the memo. Oh, well.
Oh,
C'est la vie?
lovey.
Yeah.
What? You didn't comment. You were going to say something?
No, Jeff said it, Levy.
Okay. I think I'm going to save that story.
Did he ever get it?
I don't think it did.
Pardon me?
We're just talking amongst ourselves.
You don't mind us.
Okay, I won't. IndyCar and the hybrid system.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that they've debuted it? Mm-hmm. You did? I was not aware of that.
I wasn't either.
Yeah.
They did debut it at the Mid-Ohio course in Lexington, Ohio. Pato O'Ward with a Chevrolet-powered Arrow McLaren was the winner of that race. So it's
He's
just around.
He's one of the top drivers there.
It's just around the corner. TikTok video filmed August 10th at Gossett Kia starts like countless other vehicle deliveries that dealerships regularly share on social media. A hearty handshake from a smiling salesman, applause and FU's congratulations from around the showroom. But as more than 15 million viewers have now seen the video, then abruptly cuts to the customer in handcuffs, surrounded by 3 police officers, while Kool and the Gang's celebration nonchalantly continues to play in the background. The customer's companion can be heard saying, "Now wait a minute, what's going on here?" Police in Memphis, Tennessee said the man arrested in the video is trying to defraud the dealership by stealing a dead person's identity. They were called to the store when William Hayes, 63, allegedly gave employees a fake driver's license to buy a pair, mind you, of Kia Tellurides worth, in total, $158,885. While waiting for the officers to arrive, the dealership proceeded with all of the paperwork and filmed the congratulatory video. Hayes was then cuffed with the keys to both vehicles in his hands. He was charged with forgery and attempted theft, according to a statement on the Memphis Police Facebook page. Bond was set at $50,000. The 18-second video was posted to TikTok with the hashtag Justice Served and a cheeky caption, POV. You steal a dead person's identity and try to buy a car, and they trick you into thinking they really got away with it, and then the cops arrest you. Pardon me. But I thought that was an interesting thing.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yep.
And no comment.
No, it's just he deserved it.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's people. It amazes me sometimes what people have the guts to do that they think they can do and get away with.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad for the dealership and catching the person in the act.
Well, it's not like buying 2 cars at one time is not something suspicious.
Yeah, that's a little unusual.
Yeah.
But unusual, yes, but not out of the ordinary. I mean, I would imagine that there are occasions that somebody would go into a dealership. Matter of fact, I have worked for a dealership that actually happened. They went in, bought a Nova and a Camaro at the same time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
there was no identity theft, and nobody thought anything of it.
And back then, the cars weren't $50,000 a piece either.
That's true.
Yeah. Probably didn't spend $50,000 for both of them. Yeah.
Probably 20, if that.
All right. We'd love to hear from you. Anytime you want to, just shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We start hour 2 of this magnificent broadcast right after this quick break. So we hope that you'll stay with us.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. The award-winning In Wheel Time Car Talk Show brings you great guest interviews each week from manufacturers and suppliers to the aftermarket, racers, enthusiasts, and other friends just like you and me who love to talk about all things automotive. The In Wheel Time Car Talk Show takes it to the road, too, with remotes at Tailpipes and Tacos, Woody's Waterfront Car Show, and the Hemi Hideout. In Wheel Time's live video and audio stream can be found on the iHeartRadio app, YouTube, Facebook, and InWheelTime.com every Saturday, 10 a.m. to noon Central Time, or grab a podcast anytime from your favorite podcast provider. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.